It was one of the last wish of the Ohanese leader that just died, that was just buried some time ago, a few days ago. I'm talking about Chief Iwuanyawu, Emmanuel Iwuanyawu, who was just buried. One of his last wish was how Nnamdi Kanu would be released or would have been released from prison cell, from the DSS detention. He has been buried, anyway, but he was not able to live to witness the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Ohaneze laid that out during his burial, and the entire Igbo race. Of course, a lot of things actually happened within that funeral gathering, where we see a lot of top politicians, across the nation, across board, governors, former presidential candidates, and most of them, all to tell you that the man was actually, known across the 36 states of the federation. But with all those contacts, with all those personalities, he couldn't be able to secure the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Why has Chief Emmanuel failed to secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu, or further even negotiate his release? Well, those are the questions the Igbo nation need to answer. But whatever happened, the trend is on everywhere. The man from Finland is receiving massive support. I'm talking about Simon Ekpa himself, ahead of the 2nd December, where we are going to have a convention that will border on further global endorsement on the restoration of Biafra as a nation, as a sovereign nation. Emmanuel Iwuanyawu has been buried. Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention, DSS detention. A lot of questions has been asked by Igbo across the world. What is actually holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS detention till date? After a court has already granted him bail, a lot of people, are wondering what is the real deal behind Nnamdi Kanu continuous, detention. So across the during the weekend, a week after, and that we begin to look into one of the reasons that have, witnessed continuous detention of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, even though a court of competent jurisdiction have done that. The Supreme Court, judgment has said that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. A lower court is saying no, he cannot be released. That has been causing a serious, uproar and dust within the criminal judicial system of Nigeria. It is becoming clear that Nigeria is a failed state in all ramifications. The state capture by Bola Ahmed Tinubu has exposed Nigeria to many years of atrocities against the Igbo nation, many years of atrocities against the Biafrans, many years of divide and rule of the Biafran kingdom, of the Biafra entire territory. But I thank God that the people of nowadays are very wise. The oppressed people of Biafra are continuing to stand up and begin to identify and begin to find out. All those who claim themselves they are South, they're not seeing it. Look at what is happening. Is the president going to go through the issue of tax reform? You know what it means to the Northerners who are already rejecting it down to the National Executive Council meeting where it was jettisoned. These are the things Mazen Nnamdi Kanu spoke about. But the reality on ground is that things are beginning to play out conveniently and prophetically. These are the things Mazen Nnamdi Kanu spoke about many, many years to come, to tell you that he knows that one day Biafra as a nation as a kingdom, as a country, as a sovereign entity will come. We are going to wait until that moment comes. Both the religious leaders in Biafran land, politicians, those who have gone against, who have sabotaged the Biafran struggle, that brought us the issue of, Iwuanyawu that has not been buried. That tells you how deep Igbos globally, Biafrans all over the world, love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has proven to be another Igbo great son in all ramifications. The bravery, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the humility, the calm, the leadership, prowess in him, the activism in him. He is able to coordinate even down to the government of Nigeria. They listen to him. They know that what he is talking about is the right thing. Until Nnamdi Kanu is being released, Nigeria will continue to witness the kind of episode we have continued to see within this latest development, where 32 children who protested against the Nigerian entity, the bad government of this country. The reasons why Nigeria has never worked, children of that particular age, 32 of them, were held in a very difficult condition without food, simply because they do not understand the direction Nigeria is actually going. Atiku Abubakar spoke about it. So many Nigerians spoke about it, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have gone that extreme to destroy the lives of children. Well, those children, even their relatives, or their brothers, or their friends, will grow up one day to ask questions. Just like we are still asking, generations will come to still ask questions. By then, it might not be with Nigeria anymore, because the advancement to restore the nation called Biafra can never be shared with millions of Nigeria as a country. What Biafrans intend to achieve, the standard has already been set. What we are saying to the whole world, to the African nations, to the international community, to the friends of Biafra, conduct yourself for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra has commenced. In good faith, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released any moment from now. For all my viewers all over the world, wherever you are watching, share this video. This is a clear message to the people of Biafra. Biafra is a loved nation. The Hausas even love Biafra. The Yorubas love Biafra. Other black countries of the world love Biafra. They love the word Biafra because the Igbo nation has been able to carry the image of who they are globally. The world recognizes them, celebrates them, and are pushing for a nation, a peaceful environment where this special black species can sit, can stand, can manage their destinies and add value to the global world. But not with Nigeria. Everything you see in Nigeria today is purely conspiracy. And that conspiracy has always been there since 1921, when the British government altered the population of this country called Nigeria in favor of the Northerners. But I want to speak to the Yoruba people, at this point in time. It is time to call a spade a spade. This is 104 years of Nigerian existence, 64 years as an independent nation. There's no sector of the country that is working. The Northerners has caused a lot of damage. Yes, I can say it. Everything, every policy that will move Nigeria forward, they have always claimed 19 states of the northern part of the country. What are the Southerners doing? What are the Southern leaders doing? What are the Southern senators doing? They come. The same people that divided the entire South. Divided, go on, established 12 states, fragmented, and caused a lot of wickedness. Where a brother will stand up against a brother and tells you, we are not part of this, we are not part of this. Well, there are histories and there are generations that witnessed the truth. Whether they like it or not, there are countries, there are communities, there are states that have thrived at the global level without talking about the crude oil. Igbos has never been in government. Igbos doesn't benefit anything from the crude oil. But still, Aluta continua. The struggle continues. A proud and Igbo man will stand up and tell you the truth and what is the truth until the world, Africa, begin to look at the direction and all the things Mazin Nnamdi has put in the public domain about the emancipation of Africa. In every hamlet, there is a prince. In every hamlet, there is a prince. There is always pace setters in every era. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has set the pace for the liberation and the startup of the African continent. A lot of people, a lot of leaders, I can tell you from Burkina Faso, are buying, are beginning to see visions, are beginning to understand that there's need for a black man to take control. If you look at most of the innovations that we have done before now, most of them, if not for the kind of thing that they are doing now or they have done before, trying to sabotage the innovations of the black history and the black man. Whether in slave colonies, anywhere where they found themselves, the black man too has contributed or have led or just simply the basis, the foundation of technological development of the world, industrialization of the world. No black man should look down on himself. No black man should be allowed to allow religion to divide the concept of globalization, of the black man presence at the international and global level. What we do not want is killing by any means. No man deserves to be run down by another man's bullets. If you feel that you can, well, the best thing for you is to create an atmosphere for yourself and carry out such thing within your territory. I think that will be okay. And on that note, that is why we are having resistance in all angles, hoping and believing, even if the world doesn't listen, one day America, one day Israel, one day Biafra, one day France, Germany, global community, global world will stand up and look into the issue in solidarity for what Biafrans has able to endure and pass through during the war, after the war, and to date. The Yoruba people must understand this. It is not about politics. We need to see it coming. We need to see the reality of what is coming. We need to see the advancement of what is coming. Nations need to be freed from bondage of Islamization. Go to Russia today, former USSR, you know what happened? Nigeria is not the only country that if it splits, the world, the sky will fall down. Who tells you that? At every policy, the north part of the country shuts it down. Do you know the benefit that has to do with the tax reform? When you talk about regionalism, they shut it down. You talk about restructuring, they shut it down. And the people, these so-called people from Niger Delta, shame on you. South. I'm not talking about those who understand why the political South, the geopolitical South was created for convenience of the British and the northern helpless, desperate leaders who are only interested in oil exploration than to transform humanity to better glory of democracy. Who will listen when the time comes? Who will define the moment when there will be a time they will look for a solution that has been outlined, that has been told about, that has been talked about by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is Nnamdi Kanu continues in detention? It's for your convenience. You are wasting your time. If you feel that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continues detention is to your own benefit, you are wasting your time. Millions and millions and millions of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are out there. And the freedom is no retreat, no surrender. The Igbos have endured enough. Igbos have gone through enough economically, commercially, politically. Every wicked, desperate policy of this country is being targeted at the Igbo nation, so that they continue to see how they oppress and suppress the Igbo to drink the crude oil from the Biafran land. The time will come, the Niger Delta people, the so-called Niger Delta people, that is only a job. Others are Biafras, will understand that Igbos, as you claim, as you call them, are not your enemies. Per Edwin Clark, Kano is not your enemy. The real enemies, you can see them. Asari Dokubo, Nnamdi Kanu is not your enemy. And the rest of them who are championing the continuous fragmentation of the Biafran entity as a nation, as a country. Igbos are nobody's enemy as long as Biafra is concerned. But remember, in every hamlet, there must be a place. In every 12, there must be Joseph. In every 12 disciples, there must be Peter. That is the truth. Everything might not be correct with the Igbos, but I tell you, an Igbo man is a mobile economy. Anywhere, any day. The better the Nigerian government begin to recognize that and begin to seek referendum for, not Biafran, because Biafrans are already gone. Let them seek referendum for the people of the Middle Belt, seek referendum for, because the Yorubas can also sort themselves out when Nigeria breaks, whatever it means. But for Biafra and its 40 territories, I think The world has noticed that. Let them continue to show the direction of this country. But everybody is watching. Nigerians are watching. The politicians themselves who say they are Nigerians are watching. The, the development is no longer palatable. This is a nation that runs on resources majorly from the biafra part of the country. Then, if there's any need for us to embark on necessity as a mother of invention, you see the northerners, northern elders, the southern senators, all of them will run underground. The governors will look for a place to hide. And that is why they keep on intimidating and running down every policy that would have transformed people's lives. Well, whether it is left for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to look into those issues and see how he's going to, come up with the fact that we need to face the reality once and for all. Go ahead and implement the tax reform. If that's the only thing you do, and they said you should leave it, of course. The Northerners are saying they are not comfortable. It's not going to benefit them. But they have ruled this country with Yorubas for many years, and the Nigerian system cannot move forward. When they visited Obasanjo, you know what Obasanjo told them? Those are not too much interested in Nigerian politics because they found zero, nothing. All these guys that are playing Nigerian politics, they are just there to deceive and pretend as if they are working. And they are being celebrated by conventional media houses. Nobody can come out boldly and say it where it is. He's very dark man. Is he going to change? We need more of them if they can stand and remember that this entity has been bracketed to be a threat nation. A wasteful nation, a wasteful generation. That's what this country is all about. Harold Wilson, the former British Prime Minister, said it that he expects Nigeria to break. Will you go to London and tell the current Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, that Nigeria is okay, and you tell him yes, Nigeria is working? A third world by now with numerous resources. Most of them are looking. The agricultural space in the northern part of the country, I'm talking about the land mass, has the capacity to give the entire north what the crude oil is giving to whole of Africa. But they are causing earthquake. And the Niger Delta people are smiling. Leave them, leave them. He's an Igbo man, he's an Igbo man. No, he's an Igbo man. No, it's not like that's what they drag there. But the real thing that is destroying the bedrock of that region, 24 hours, they are digging, hitting the ground, extracting crude oil. But still, the people are not benefiting. Oil wells, the presidents will come and go, they will say they are petroleum minister, they will control and destroy. You are watching because you betrayed the Igbo during the Nigerian Biafra war. What have you benefited? How many flyovers and seaports can you count there in Niger Delta compared with the resources that is going up there every day? Good luck, Ebele Jonathan. You should have known the truth by now. Stop pretending. Ask Patience, your wife. She will tell you that those who are saying that you should come out and contest, they do not mean well. The same Northerners the same Yorubas that carried out massive propaganda that most of us knew, but we told them they are gnashing their teeth now. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has turned Nigeria upside down, but for the liberation of the people and the children of the Most High God. Thank you and God bless.